Welcome to The Why. In our podcast, The Why, we're going to cover topics that are important to SAP customers and to our team. We want you to share this information internally. We want you to share this information outside of SAP Ariba. And we want you to be able to connect with other thought leaders in our business. This week, our podcast, The Why, is at SAP Ariba Live in Amsterdam, which is the place to be for business-to-business commerce. Joining me today on our podcast, The Why, is Connor Mullaney, co-founder of Accelerated Source to Pay. Connor, thank you very much for joining us today on our podcast, The Why.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, well, first of all, I understand that Accelerated Source to Pay was one of our partners of the year for EMEA North, so that's great. Congratulations on that wonderful accomplishment. Why don't you give our listeners just an overview of your business and essentially what it does?
Yeah, and before I do that, I want to say thank you very much to the whole team at Ariba for the award. It's been a fantastic achievement for the team, so we're extremely proud. So yeah, Accelerated S2P is I would say a global boutique focusing around helping customers get real value from their whole source to pay process. We focus in a number of areas. So we are firstly a fully focused and dedicated Ariba partner. That Ariba is the only technology that we support and recommend. And in order to deliver with some of our customers, what we do is we help on advisory, help them with build a business case, help them with putting the buying channels together, putting the kind of target operating model, and then we can cover the whole end-to-end spectrum of Ariba solutions from an implementation point of view.
Right.
And then a third bit about our business is the DNA of the company is all around innovation, so it's great, and we're going to talk a bit more, I'm sure, as this podcast goes on about that. But the third part of our business is around building applications that are complementary to Ariba. Okay. And we have a number of those, which I'm sure we'll talk about, but that's kind of covers what we do. We headquartered in the UK, offices covers, and we cover Europe from there. We have offices in the US, in New York, and also in Melbourne, covering Asia. So we've got teams around the world.
Great global coverage for our customers. You talked about the fact that SAP Ariba is sort of the sole partner that you focus on from a technology standpoint. What made you decide to pick us as your partner, and what value does it bring to your business and to your customers?
So before we started the company off, we were an SAP partner, SAP on-premise, doing the likes of SAP SRM, SAP sourcing. So when Ariba was acquired, it was a sort of natural option to get involved in kind of Ariba, and we saw that the world was moving to the cloud, and so we therefore had to transform our business and our services to be able to support that transition. We for a while we were courted by a number of other partners, technology companies, and we did some projects there. But about 2 years ago, we made a decision to focus purely on Ariba for a number of reasons. Why? One, I think it's the depth and breadth of the solution set is really complementary to what our customers are asking for.
Right.
Secondly, as a partner, we want to work with like-minded individuals, like-minded people with the right ethics, the ability, who are professional.
Right.
And some other technologies are good out there, but it's that softer cultural thing. So that was one of the reasons. But the third was,
that's great.
We saw that certainly been going to Ariba Live for the last 5 years, both in the North America and Europe, and every year on year, it's increasing. So clearly, the demand for Ariba solutions from customers, big and small, is growing.
Good. I'm glad to see that demand as well. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the customer projects and some of the value that your business brings to those customers? And you even mentioned a little bit of the co-innovation. So maybe even some of the new solutions, right, or the intellectual property that you bring that is truly differentiating you from others in our ecosystem.
Sure. So we have customers. So we organize ourselves in where we work with large enterprises, and we also work with small to medium-sized businesses.
Right.
So some of the, so we've got some big customers in the consumer goods area, in retail, in pharmaceuticals, financial services, to name a few. So we have probably around 80 customers where we're supporting. Some of the projects we were involved in one of the first Ariba guided buying projects for one of the high-end fashion retailer. So we worked on that, and that was fantastic for us because not only we get involved in co-innovating with Ariba, but we were helping the customer. The product was being developed with that customer, with other customers, so it was great to get involved in. And now we see guided buying rolled out, and it's getting lots of plaudits, so that's great. We also, I've spent the last 2 years working with Ariba in Palo Alto on the SNAP program for the medium size.
For the medium size.
So we've been working with the team there, and really we've been kind of one of the partners to try and help understand: do you go and build something from scratch for the mid-sized market? And our feedback was certainly, it's not, this technology is fantastic. Medium-sized companies want the best of technology, but they want it delivered fast, cheaply, and they want to be able to make it scale. So I think Snap really offers that, and we've probably done in the last 6 months 4 projects, and got another 20 to do this year.
That's fantastic. You're one of the few partners that we've spoken to who's really on the cutting edge of the innovation, right? Being doing co-development on guided buying or working with a brand new product, the rollout of Snap. So that's certainly fantastic. You mentioned you also have been to several Ariba Lives. This is your 4th or 5th. What do you think about the Ariba Live program this week in Amsterdam, and what are some of the exciting things you're hearing as a partner?
Yeah, it's the firstly it's all about the location, the size of the logistics is great. This is I think last year was a very good event in a hotel, but it's just clear that Ariba Live in Europe has outgrown and needs to come to a convention center. So I think the space, the organization, and the logistics has been great.
That's great.
The content's been fantastic, but I think the message has been good. The last couple of years, there was a make procurement awesome, and I spend a lot of time traveling between Europe, Asia, and the US, and to the Europeans, making procurement awesome is a very much American term. Although, and when you look at it, but when people got underneath, is trying to really make a difference is what it was. Procurement with a purpose theme is I think resonates very well with a lot of people. Just the terminology, but also where Ariba's going, and it's really good to see the sort of the change that SAP and Ariba can make to the society, and not just to businesses processes. So
that's fantastic. We also have obviously a broader theme around our ecosystem and partners. Right, we've talked about this at Ariba Live in Las Vegas. We're talking about it here in Amsterdam as a partner. What's your feedback and excitement with respect to the investment now that is going in this year with our channel and ecosystem, both on the product side and clearly in the business development area?
It's very exciting. We've been, I guess, luckily to be on the cusp, and it's not been easy at times to try and work your way within SAP Ariba the last couple of years. But we've been in there working on building solutions. I think this is opening up the ecosystem. The amount of partners here from all walks, from the big systems integrators to content to technology. I think as a platform, Ariba, we've got a fantastic opportunity to sort of build on other applications that can really, we haven't even dreamt of. So, and because you've got that core, I think that's great, and we want to be part of that. And we've already got a team working on ideas to be able to sort of come up with the next invention of our own applications.
Fantastic. Maybe last topic for you. What advice would you have for our customers or for our employees? Like, how should we engage with your business, or when's the right time to get you introduced, to a prospect or a customer?
Yeah, look, so we've got a very deep working relationship with lots of areas around SAP Ariba, including with your business development guys, with your obviously your pre-sales people. So we're in a lot of this, we're basically the face of Ariba to a lot of customers.
Yeah, certainly in the Snap program.
In the Snap in the mid-market, so we're doing everything. But I think a lot of, I think the technology is extremely important, of course. And I've been able to demonstrate and outline that. But I think a lot of customers come with a perception of they maybe want to take what they've got today and transition it. And I think our advice is, if we get involved early in the process, we can help show our deep experience with those customers and help them, even make them think things maybe differently. There's a lot of the bit about, a lot of customers have on-premise applications still, and they're moving to the cloud with Ariba. So you end up getting this thing that you don't move. I call it the hybrid approach. You have a combination of your on-premise, maybe SAP ERP or other ERPs.
Right.
So which processes do you do where? And
Right.
and there's no right or wrong answer, but it's more around, the pros and cons. And we're helping lots of customers today to try and build that roadmap of helping them go through and making those decisions.
Right.
So earlier in the event,
Is certainly better.
and we love sharing our experiences with
That's
anyone
fantastic.
who's willing to listen.
We've had a lot of success together, clearly, as you're the partner of the year, and look forward to more success with your business. So, Connor, thank you for joining us today on our podcast, The Why.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you. Have a good day.
Our podcast, The Why, is put together by the People First team. We'll be producing The Why on a regular basis. If you have recommendations for topics, please contact the People First team. And please share this podcast with other members of our team or even outside our team. Thank you for listening to The Why.